Hello everyone, Shade Dragon here. Welcome to my channel. For those that are new here, I pretty much just do edits for the time being. But just recently, I stumbled upon something in my feed that kinda shook me to the core, which led me to make this video. Now, I'm not into the influencer world and all that, but what I saw was just evidence on how lost and corrupt our society has gotten, and this is just one aspect of it. The person I'm going to be discussing is James Charles. For those that don't know who he is, here's a pic of him. He's a very popular influencer with a lot of his content predominantly for a teen audience. However, this man has also been canceled many times due to his involvement with minors. If you know what I'm referring to, it's definitely not a good thing. But yet, he's a millionaire living his best life in his mansion with his life practically handed to him on a silver platter with his business industry. So, what I want to discuss today is about the Spirit Airlines incident. The video I'm about to show you guys is about how James, a multimillionaire, lashes out in an aggressive rant towards a woman who sent him a DM asking for some money since she was one of the 17,000 employees who lost their job due to the airline's closing. In this clip, there is a lot of swearing, so if there is any children present or whatever, please be mindful. Here's the clip.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link."
Okay, so first off, with this clip, James Charles is very dramatic, very sarcastic in his way of talking about this woman who DM'd him and putting her down almost in a sense. It just seemed like he was acting like this was some horrible thing. How could this lady dare ask him, a multimillionaire, for money? And yes, I am exaggerating on the multimillion. Well, not exaggerating. I'm emphasizing on the multimillionaire part because this man has so much money, he could provide for this woman with it's like a penny to him. It's only worth like a penny to him. And the thing is, this woman's only asking for $1,600 compared to his millions of dollars. Let that sink in. Let's keep watching.
Link. Any donations help. I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do.
Okay, so this part infuriates me so much to the core because rewinding that clip and watching how his eyes turn, if you watch closely, you'll see how his eyes get dark and sinister really quickly over a simple sum of money that he didn't even have to pay for, and he could have just even ignored the DM for all he cared, but he had to make it known. And it's saddening to me is that this just shows how corrupt our society is, how corrupt we've let our society get. There is no more generosity, there is no more kindness, there is no more love. And I'm not saying he's evil, but this is a problem that needs to be addressed. And in the Bible, we are commanded to love our neighbors as ourselves. And there is no love in this situation. And Jesus says that the people who are needy, who are hungry, who are homeless, that are asking for help are like his angels. You can help one of his angels, you know, and that just shows the love of God through you. And guys, this is hard, and it almost makes me speechless about how hard this is to deal with, and that's what led me to make this video. is because people need to be aware. That's just the simple gist of it. It needs to be said. It needs to be aware, because in the end times, the love of many will grow cold. And this is a prime example of that. Let's continue with the clip.
You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Okay, so in this clip, who is he to say that this woman is entitled? Who is he to say that? Because last I checked, he's living in a mansion. He made this video in his bathrobe, so he apparently didn't have anything important to do. He has millions of followers. He had his life basically handed to him on a silver platter with the best steak and the silver fork and spoon and knife for all I care. All of that handed to him. And he's calling this woman entitled. One who unfortunately lost her job. She wasn't fired. She, from the luck of the draw, lost her job. And it's unfortunate. And just how he's just belittling this woman in saying that she's entitled, that he's assuming her life. You shouldn't assume anything about people. You really shouldn't. Because you don't know what that person's going through. And I'm sure James Charles doesn't know a single thing about how hard it is in the workforce because he never had to deal with it. Let's keep going.
Shit, and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
Welcome to the real world, he says. What does he know? Seriously, what does he know? And the fact that you have to have a list of deeds that you have done for him to even acknowledge the idea of helping you. What was his list? You have to follow him, receipts of DMs, being a big fan, bought from his brand, etc., etc., etc. You shouldn't have to have those requirements for you to consider to give to someone. You really shouldn't, because if you need that requirement to even think about being kind to someone, are you really being kind? Are you really being generous? Are you doing that selflessly? Are you doing that out of the goodness of your heart? Or are you just doing it for popularity? Are you just doing it so the person next door can pat you on the back and say, good job. You did a good deed. And then you can smile to yourself and think that you're such a good person and then basically shun that person. I know I'm going on a tangent, but this is selfish. This is entitled. This is the epitome of him just living his entitled, spoiled life. And again, with the eyes. His eyes speak so many more languages of just how much hate he has for people. And no human should have that attitude towards people. And that's just what I'm saying, is that the love of many is growing cold, guys. Look at it. You can see it blatantly. Let's keep going. And just let's keep going.
People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe?
Again, with the assuming, thinking that she doesn't need it. What if this woman had a family? What if this was her only job? What if she didn't have another salary coming in? There's so many different alternatives. What if this was her last hope? There's just so many things that he's assuming and belittling, once again, belittling this woman over something that she had no control over. And you never know what somebody's going through. You never know that someone's going through the toughest day of their life or the best day of their life. And all you can do is show your light, help them, show them love, show them kindness. And that's what Jesus wants. That's what Jesus wants us to do. Whether you're a Christian or not, or believe in Jesus or not, whatever belief you are, he wants us to love. He wants us to be generous and care for one another. Be for each other in the highs and lows. Not put them down. Come on, guys.
I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job.
All she did was lose her job, right? That's it. That's all. It's not like getting a job is hard in this world anymore. It's not like that was her possibly only source of income. It's not like that was what was putting food on the table. No, she just lost her job, right? Wrong. She lost her job and was in need of help because she didn't know. Now, I'm just assuming this. Maybe she didn't know where her next meal was going to come from. Maybe she doesn't know what's going to help her the next few days. Maybe she doesn't. But all she did was lose her job. Now, and then he goes on an entire rant about Mr. Beast and making it sarcastic and like a joke, that this is funny, that it's disgusting. And the fact that he went so far that everyone dies, come on. That's just psycho, in my opinion. And like I said, this is all my opinion. I have to keep stating that. But that's psychotic. He could have just ignored her. Ignored the DM. And he goes and humiliates her. Like, what is he doing?
Okay, welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing!
So, according to James Charles, if you were a longtime fan and supported him throughout his growth of being an influencer, and you were suffering from something horrible that was uncurable, and you wanted to make a fundraiser for other people, then maybe, keyword, maybe he would help you. Let that sink in. Maybe. So even if you do all that, and if you are truly suffering, even more so than losing a job and not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, if you are truly suffering, it's still a maybe. It is still a maybe. Because he doesn't care. He truly doesn't care about you or anybody. Me? I mean, I really doesn't care. I really don't care if he cares about me or not, but he doesn't care about anybody. That's the point I'm trying to make. He just doesn't. And it's sad. It is so sad because we are commanded to love one another. And the Lord has blessed him so much. And he's too blind to see how much he's blessed so that he can bless other people. He has so many opportunities to bless many, if not thousands of people. But he doesn't. He doesn't. And if he does bless people, it's so he can get his own ego rubbed. That's not how it should be. It's not. There's only a couple more seconds left of this clip. Let's watch it.
I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace. Ah!
Well, you heard it from James Charles himself. Put some effort into the workplace. And the one thing I feel he doesn't realize is how hard it is to find a job in this economy because he never had to. And, well, I don't know. I don't understand why someone as successful as he is so entitled himself. I just really don't understand it. But, yeah, like I said, these are all my thoughts in the video. I felt like I had to share, and I'm glad I did because this was a real thing on my mind. And I felt that I should share it with you guys and leave your opinions in the comments and thoughts. I'll be happy to hear them. Please no hate. Like I said, this is just all my opinion, and yeah. I hope you all have a blessed week. Just remember, pray for those that hurt you, because that's the most important thing we got to do, guys. People like James that are so lost, we just got to pray for them. We simply just got to pray. And yeah, may you all have a blessed week or day or night, wherever you guys are. I wish the best for you. God loves you. Jesus loves you. God bless. Shade Dragon out.